is up, everybody? Welcome to another Fresh Take. Vicky, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing a whole lot better than a couple of the characters on the show. I know that much.
And down the witch's road.
Okay, so this was a short episode this week. It was only 30 minutes, which surprised me. I'm expecting. I didn't. They didn't train me to expect 45 minutes to an hour now. So now they do a 32-minute episode. I'm like, okay, that's out of nowhere. But it was fast and to the point. So this one was more Halloween themed on the side of Ouija boards. I do like how every episode they go to like a different decade. So this week it was the 80s.
Yeah.
Last week it was the 70s, clearly. But this week it was the 80s, and this is the paranormal stuff that deals with Ouija boards and apparitions and possessions and all of that
And
stuff.
stuff you shouldn't mess with.
Yeah, that. Um, I gotta give the creators credit. This at first the series kind of felt a little all over the place to me the first couple episodes, but now that I understand what they're doing, it all makes sense.
Mhm. It
So
all it all flows together.
yeah, and they're keeping it flowing in that direction. So it actually makes me like think, okay, so what are they gonna do for next episode? So since this episode was the 80s, so next week's gonna be the 90s. And we're gonna be dealing with Dream Warriors like Nightmare on Elm Street or something. You
I
know,
don't know, but um we gonna see.
yeah, we're gonna find out. Now, for this episode, we finally get to meet Agatha's mother, and we learn some more about Agatha. Now, I do think, just for the comic book nerd in me, Agatha in the comics, she's not a bad guy. She's also not a
Mhm.
good guy. She's an opportunist. So in this series, like they kind of play Catherine Hahn's version of Agatha more of she's annoyingly evil. Like she does stuff just because she knows she can get away with it.
Yeah.
And she's not above manipulating and using other people to get what she wants. So that's that. Now the whole thing with her mom just trying to up and kill her and then straight up saying I should have killed you in the womb, that's kind of hard to take. So I thought that was kind of weird. But I also think it's weird that Aubrey Plaza's character, Rio, is wants to kill her but always jump into her defense.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, there was a love relationship there, and probably Agatha did her wrong, but at the same time, she understands who Agatha is and what Agatha went through. So it's like it's hard, you know.
Yeah, I can see that. But I do think it's also funny how like all the other characters like when they see Rio like, okay, what the heck is wrong with her?
Hmm.
Because like she's acting crazy. This week we did lose a character though. And that was kind of sad.
Yeah,
Because so let me ask you this: do you think Agatha did it on purpose, or she really couldn't control it?
I don't think she did it on purpose. I think dealing with the trauma of being possessed by her mother and just trying to just do whatever she can. It's like the person who is drowning who drowns the person who saves them.
Gotcha.
It's not on purpose. It's not what you want to do. Even if the person has a history of drowning people, when they're actually drowning, you're going to do whatever you can to survive. And by the time you come out of that trauma response, well, Fire Witch was dead.
Yeah. Well, another thing too is her mom basically she heard her mom straight up say it from her mouth. I should have killed you when you was inside of me.
Yeah.
That's kind of jacked up.
And her mom was determined to like keep her forever. And
Yeah.
she was going to do whatever she could to not.
Now,
And I also don't know when she starts draining somebody's power, is she able to stop it? Do we know that?
I don't think we know that yet.
Because,
I
like,
don't.
maybe that might be, maybe that's something that's also going to be further revealed. Like, once she starts draining, she can't stop. It's one thing when she knowingly does it, it's another thing when she's in the middle of probably fighting.
Mhm.
And then does she consciously start it, or if anybody attacks her,
Well,
that's just a natural defense mechanism?
that's the thing about the first part of the episode when they showed her get blasted by those other witches. She was tied up. She couldn't move.
Yeah.
So they blasted her, and it just started happening.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking it's more along those lines. There had to be a reason for them showing that. So that's what I was like. They kind of do need to go into what happened to why her mom wanted to kill her that bad. Um, Maybe it was because she was more powerful than they thought, and it was a I hate to use a Dragon Ball reference, but it was a Brawly King Vegeta situation where this dude is too powerful, kill this baby, like type
Yep.
situation. Like she's way too powerful, and we can't control her. If she ever, loses control, we're all screwed. Type situation. Um, Other than that, I do like the balance of comedy with the seriousness because when the Salem Seven showed up, it got serious. And they do a good job of making them look creepy with like the far stop motion
Oh yeah.
stuff. Because you're like, okay, that's just the human body ain't supposed to move like that. So that was one of the things that I found to be good. I love the cinematography in this series so far. It's on point, and the soundtrack is banging. I got to give them props on the soundtrack. It is banging. They made one cool jingle in WandaVision, and they done turned it into a whole album. So I got to give them credit on that. There wasn't much to not like about this episode. This is starting to be one of those ones that I think is probably one of the better ones they've done in a while, as far as shows is concerned. And this is one of the shows that I'm like, why are we doing this? And I'm actually digging what I'm seeing. So, what about you?
So what overall what I'm thinking right so far?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So far it's I'm really enjoying it. I'm having fun with this show and this season so far, and I'm liking all the different like vignettes that they're going into and how they all change according to it. Um so listen, I'm along for the ride down the witch's road, okay?
Yeah. So
I
you think
mean, I wish there was more singing this episode.
so, so you think we're gonna get a hip hop episode down the Richard Road,
I
the
don't
hip hop version? We got the original acapella version. We didn't got the rock version. We didn't got the '70s version. Are we getting the hip hop version?
I I I hope not. Let's not do that.
Hey, look, we're going to the '90s next. We're going to the '90s next. You might as well go to get that
Shoot.
hip hop version.
If you're gonna do 90s, you can do R&B.
We do both.
You know, like just do R&B. Have them all
Out in rain,
out in the rain, matching outfits,
just twirling.
denim on denim, and do that.
That would be funny. Special guest Jodeci. But yeah, no, but yeah, I've like I said, this has been a surprise show for me because I was one of those ones when they first revealed that trailer. I'm like, okay, why? And we don't need this. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you know what? Y'all got me.
It's
I mean,
like it's like reality TV, right? So they had the first season of a reality TV show. And it might have been a little bit bumpy, but by the end, there's going to be a star that emerges that they weren't ready for. And they were like, "Wait a minute. There's money here." And Agatha was a star that emerged in the midst of it all. And they were like, "There's money here." Like,
yeah,
what if we did a show just about her? Because everybody loved Agatha all along. Like,
yeah,
everybody loved who she was in the midst of it all. Like, yeah, because it was just funny and quirky. So it's like, yes. And then they were like, well, let's go with it. And the one thing, hold on, y'all. The one thing y'all might fuss, y'all might complain about Marvel being woke, being this, being whatever. But guess what? We get all the different characters and they all get a moment to shine.
Mhm.
We don't get the same people, we get a little bit more and more of the universe expanded. DC, you get 3 people. You get 3.
Over and over and over and over and over.
3.
Yeah.
How many Batmans have we had? And then the adjacent characters right next to them. That's it. That is all we're allowed in DC. That is it. That is all. So, ride the ride of wherever.
And I think she froze up. Yep, she froze up. But I get where she's coming from. This is one of those situations where you're like, yeah, they're gonna put their characters that they have something with on, and I do appreciate them for doing that. I'm more of a Marvel fan than I am DC, so I am enjoying most of this because for me, it's one of those situations where I read a lot of these books, so I know a lot of these adjacent characters and all of that. Even though I'm primarily more of an X-Men fan than anything else, I am loving what the output that they do. Because they haven't, to me, I think the only one that I really didn't care all that much for was probably like halfway of the first season of WandaVision was the one I didn't care that much for. Oh, you're back. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why, listen, y'all just need to go ahead and ride with whoever they take us with. Even if you just watch a few of the episodes of whatever it may be, just do it. Because otherwise, we'll be stuck with the crap that we get from DC, which is the same people. Same people.
Same characters over and over again. So
over and over again.
I mean, I don't know how many different times you can do Batman, but yeah.
Apparently 5,000.
Yeah.
And more times than you even do Superman.
And how was the sniper said in Deadpool? There's only been one blade. Only ever gonna be one blade. Just saying. But yeah. One other thing that did happen this episode, they finally revealed who the teen actually is. It is in fact Wiccan. That is Scarlet Witch's son, the one that she made, which makes me think Agatha made her own son. That's what makes me think that, because they made him real. Because if you remember at the end of WandaVision, he did disappear, allegedly, but he's back. So, and they showed him with his version of the Warlock crown, not the Witch crown. He actually had the Warlock crown. So I'm like, okay, yeah, this is getting interesting. In the words of Jim Ross, business has shown up picked up. So
yeah,
I did like that ending.
When he was in, where was that? Was that the jail? Where was that?
The jail.
The jail, right?
Yeah, he was in jail the first episode.
His fingertips.
Mm-hmm.
They were black, just like the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
So that was like little connection.
Yeah, because I had to go back and watch that because I was like, they got to be something I'm missing, and that was it.
Yeah, because I told you last week, I'm like, it was there. It was there, Jay.
Yeah, so I'm loving what they're doing with this one. It's kind of like they like, okay, look, maybe we have done a little bit too much. Let's actually make stuff that actually makes sense. So they actually kind of went with it, and I actually kind of enjoy it. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. Plus, it doesn't hurt that I'm a fan of Catherine Hahn and Aubrey Plaza, and I'm a fan of the cast. So they do a good job with casting. So
this was a great cast.
Yeah. So, and I love the back and forth, like they be getting at each other, and the cattiness sometimes just be hilarious. That's where a lot of the jokes come from. Them just going back and forth at each other while they're on this dangerous road. They just like going at each other like that. I just hate that they killed that 70s mom. I love her. She's awesome. And but they did at least let her get drunk.
So yeah, they did.
They did let her get drunk. Because she also had two glasses of wine filled to the brim. Like, you ain't supposed to drink wine like that, but you do you, Mom. So, all right, leave a comment. Let us know what you guys thought of the episode. We got 4 more left, and the last episode is supposed to be 8 and 9, so it's supposed to be a season finale, 2 episode season finale. So it was a 2 episode season premiere and a 2 episode season finale. So
Listen, they gonna bookend it.
yeah, which
What's our next show after this?
I need to look and see. I don't know because I thought it was supposed to have been a Star Wars show, but I don't think it is because we're at the end of the year. So, and since X-Men got pushed back out to 2026, I don't know why they did that. I think What If is the next Marvel show, but I don't know what the next Star Wars show. They go back and forth, so I don't know what the next Star Wars show is. So I'll see if I can find out.
Okay,
and we'll go from there. But anything you want to pimp out before we get out of here?
As always, come by Fangirl Review on Twitch. Sam said do Legend of Vox Machina.
Vox Machina? Okay.
Vox Machina.
I got to get caught up because I'm so far behind.
What is that?
That's on Amazon Prime. Oh, and we could also do Cape Crusader if you wanted to, because that's on Amazon Prime as well. I don't know why Batman is not on Max, but I'm not going to ask about the business practices. But it's on that's on Amazon Prime. So I take by your sound, you do not want to do that. All right. So
they push X-Men back because the former writer was out here being a fan.
Oh yeah. I heard about some stuff. He was wilding.
Oh.
He was wilding.
Oh, so, he was out here making poor decisions.
That's putting it nicely. But yeah. So yeah, there is that. But I know we're supposed to get What If season 3. I just don't know if it's gonna be this year or the beginning of next year, because that's supposed to be the final season of What If. I don't think they should do that. I think What If should be a regular thing. But that's just me. We got the Winging It podcast tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Chat will be open as always, so please stop through. We'll be just going over some random things that happened this week as it pertains to Halo, people getting mad at Dragon Ball, Sparking Zero for not being able to beat 8 Vegeta, stuff like that. So
did you guys do a Zelda review?
Not yet.
Okay. Let me know when y'all. I'm at my third temple. My third.
Okay, because that's what I'm at too.
You know how like there's like the first
3
batch and then the second batch. I'm at the second batch, last temple. I'm
at the first batch, third temple. So yeah.
Okay.
I should be able to actually play like I want to, because I'm going back to Georgia at the end of the week. So I have a few days so I can just play like I want to, instead of having to only get like an hour to an hour and a half. That's not enough for a Zelda game. That's just not. Yeah. So.
And have you been scanning your amiibos?
Actually, I do need to do that. I haven't been doing that because I don't hardly play with that controller anymore, so I got to do that.
I know. My pro controller been died, so I had to get another one. But I realized that one don't have the pro controller abilities, so I had to scan on this system. But you're allowed. I met this random person who like worked for Nintendo in Target. I don't know. Got to talking to her. You're allowed to scan 3 amiibos a day.
Okay.
But I guess after a certain point, there's supposed to, I guess something happens, whatever, and you can scan 6 that one particular day only because of like the story. But I guess I had already scanned prior to, because I was like, I can scan amiibos so like they didn't tell me to scan.
Gotcha.
So I had already started scanning. So you're allowed 3 a day. You get something with Zelda, you get something with a version of Zelda, a version of Link, and any other character will give you something else. Okay. As in, like, their special thing, and then obviously they give you smoothie ingredients. But like, so there's 3 special things you can get.
I'm surprised they don't have an amiibo for Echoes of Wisdom, but all right.
Oh yeah, like a little like, tune or cartoony
Zelda or something. Because they did one for Link's Awakening. So
yeah, and I have like, all I have is a bunch of Links, one Zelda, and I don't have anybody else.
I need to go through mine. I have a lot of amiibo.
I have a lot of amiibos, but in terms of the Zelda amiibos,
I have
one Zelda, which is the.
I have all of them except Skyward Sword Link.
Oh.
What is those Skyward Sword Link? When they come up for pre-order, I pre-order.
Yeah. So I just need to get my hands on a non-Link Zelda amiibo so I can get that special item. So then I have all of them. Now I feel
good. Oh, okay, cool. But yeah, stop by in about 35 minutes and we'll be live. So and as always, chat will be open. So
yeah.
we will see you guys next Sunday. Well, actually, no, we won't, because I won't be here. It'll be the following Sunday. So yeah, do apologize for that. But we'll see you guys the following Sunday. Yes. So peace out, people. Have a good one.
Bye.